Whoa.
Yes, Judge. It was because they had,
Whoa.
yes, the vehicle was damaged and he wanted to make sure the driver was okay. So he announced himself and went into the residence because the door was wide open.
Whoa. Your charge is failure to give information upon striking a highway fixture. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle with heavy front end damage, but did not locate any driver or occupants inside the vehicle. During an inventory, the officer located the defendant's photo ID and Texas utility bill that came back to the defendant's name and address, approximately 1.4 miles from the accident. The officer went to the defendant's residence, noticed the garage door open and garage interior to the residence wide open. The officer made contact at the residence, wanted to make sure the motor vehicle was not stolen and wanted to make sure the owner of the vehicle was okay. The officer went inside the residence after knocking and announcing his presence several times under the community caretaking doctrine, and the officer made contact with the defendant asleep in the living room. The defendant woke up in
Whoa.
Yes, Judge. It was because they had,
Whoa.
yes, the vehicle was damaged and he wanted to make sure the driver was okay. So he announced himself and went into the residence because the door was wide open.
Whoa.
And then it was after that he saw the defendant asleep in the living room, and the defendant woke up and immediately said the car accident, that he did not cause any injuries or any trouble, and that he was driving his motor vehicle 2 to 3 hours prior, and that he was on his way to drop it off at a mechanic when his vehicle was hit. The defendant called the insurance company, and the defendant walked home because no one arrived on scene, and the defendant was going to pick up his motor vehicle in the morning. And the officer made contact with the complainant, who stated she heard a loud bang and observed damages, approximately $1,025.
So, are you telling me that he did stay though?
No, what happened, Your Honor, is that he struck the mailbox at the apartment, and the defendant said that he called his insurance, no one came to the scene, so he walked home. And the officer, when he arrived, saw the empty.
Did he make an attempt to make a phone call at the scene to anyone?
All he said is that he called the insurance company. That's the only person that he had stated he called. And then after that, he walked home because no one arrived on scene. And then that's when the officer arrived and saw his empty vehicle damaged. And then he found a utility bill and the ID.
I have so many questions. Let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer, or you have a lawyer, right? Let's do this. I'm going to hold off on finding probable cause at the moment. Let me wait for your lawyer to get here. We'll revisit PC here momentarily. Just go ahead, take a seat for me if you don't mind in the jury box. Let's wait for your lawyer to get here and then we'll go forward.